What if the world's greatest statues were reborn in the metals their nations treasure most? Join Aurum on an epic journey of discovery. Aurum, the curious baby statue made of mixed metals, stood at the bustling harbor of China, the world's largest importer of many essential metals. His tiny metallic fingers tapped excitedly on his golden chin as he planned his greatest adventure yet. His mission? To travel to each top metal-producing country, witnessing their might, and imagining their greatest statues made entirely of the metals they mine the most. With a small backpack filled with maps and tools, Aurum set off on his first journey, from the land of imports to the kingdoms of production. Chapter 1: The Nickel Titan of Indonesia. A gentle breeze carried Aurum across the seas as he arrived in Indonesia, the world's top producer of nickel. Stepping onto the sun-kissed land, Aurum could almost smell the metal in the air. The locals spoke of Garuda Wisnu Kencana, a grand statue depicting Vishnu riding the mythical Garuda bird. Aurum's imagination ran wild. What if Garuda Wisnu Kencana was made entirely of nickel? He pictured a towering shiny silver-gray Vishnu, standing strong and unyielding, reflecting the light like a polished warrior. Garuda's vast wings shimmered under the Indonesian sun, each feather sculpted in metallic perfection. The massive 121-meter monument stood as a symbol of strength and endurance, much like nickel itself, resilient and unbreakable. With excitement in his heart, Aurum set his sights on the next land. Chapter 2: The Aluminum Goddess of China. Returning to China, Aurum knew that this country produced more aluminum than anywhere else. But which statue could he imagine fully made of this lightweight, silvery metal? He turned to the towering Guanyin of Nanshan, standing 108 meters tall in Hainan. He closed his bright metallic eyes and envisioned it gleaming like the moon. A lightweight yet powerful form, Guanyin's robes looked almost weightless, flowing like soft silver waves, symbolizing protection and peace. Aurum knew that aluminum was essential for the modern world, used in everything from airplanes to skyscrapers. But here, in his vision, it became something divine and celestial, a symbol of hope and wisdom. Satisfied with his thoughts, he packed his bag and set forth to his next adventure. Chapter 3: The Copper Mother of Chile. Sailing across the vast ocean, Aurum reached the mineral-rich lands of Chile, the world's copper capital. As he wandered through the mines, he could see the orange-red veins of pure copper running through the mountains. He soon arrived at the Virgin Mary statue on San Cristobal Hill, a beacon of faith overlooking Santiago. In his mind's eye, he transformed it into a glowing copper masterpiece. The entire statue now radiated a warm reddish-brown glow, its surface gleaming with the patina of time. Every tiny detail, from the folds of her robes to the gentle expressions on her face, had the distinct sheen of freshly polished copper. The city below marveled at the sight, just as Aurum did. With renewed energy, Aurum moved toward the next grand destination. Chapter 4: The Silver King of Mexico. From the mines of Chile, Aurum boarded a flight to the vibrant lands of Mexico, the world's largest silver producer. Mexico had long been known for its precious silver mines, but it was here that Aurum sought something even greater, a legendary statue reimagined in silver. He arrived in Guanajuato, where the Christ the King statue stood tall. Closing his eyes, Aurum imagined the entire monument cast in brilliant silver. The gleaming silver figure of Christ stretched his arms wide, the sun bouncing off his mirrored surface like a celestial beacon. Unlike the traditional stone form, this version reflected the entire landscape, giving it an almost heavenly glow. The people of Mexico marveled at the brilliance, their rich silver heritage shining through their most sacred monument. With a final bow to the statue, Aurum set off for his last and most precious journey. Chapter 5: Gold, the Radiant Spring Temple Buddha. The journey had come full circle. Aurum found himself back in China, where he would witness the most extraordinary transformation yet. Gold, the most precious of all metals. China was not just a land of great aluminum production but also the top gold producer in the world. And what better way to celebrate gold than with the grandest Buddha statue of them all? Aurum approached the Spring Temple Buddha, towering at 128 meters. As he gazed up at its immense form, his imagination turned it into solid gold. The entire Buddha radiated an unmatched brilliance, a beacon of enlightenment and wisdom. It was a vision of power and purity, untouched by time, gleaming under the golden sun. The rich luster of gold covered every inch, from the majestic robes to the serene expression of peace on its face. Final chapter, Return to the Land of Gods, Devbhumi, Uttarakhand, India. As the golden glow of the spring temple Buddha reflected in his eyes, Aurum felt a new calling. It was time for him to begin a spiritual journey, one that would take him to Devbhumi, Uttarakhand, India. Nestled in the Himalayan mountains, this sacred land is known as the Land of Gods, home to ancient temples, mystical rivers, and seekers of truth. Aurum knew that his next adventure would be one of spiritual awakening, discovering the divine connection between the world's metals and the energies of the universe. Do you want to see more of Aurum's journey? Comment below where he should go next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to follow more of his adventures.